Hi, everybody, and welcome to Rekindle the Flame. I hope that you've taken some time to get to know the group that you are with. And if you're studying online, I hope that you've taken a chance to get familiar with the resources on our webpage and are comfortable sending in your questions through a Google form as we travel through the New Testament together. Don't worry, we're going to take a look at how to do all of that as well today. Today is our first session together, and I hope that there are a couple of things that we'll learn as we go through this time. Number one is just a general flow of the class and what to expect on a weekly basis. And number two is we're going to dive into a general overview of the biblical narrative, but especially the New Testament. And we'll get to strengthen that understanding in the coming weeks. Let's start with our first goal. Rekindle the Flame is a program that's designed to help us get familiar with the New Testament. After a lot of time praying and time spent talking with people across the New River Circuit, I found that a lot of people wish that they just knew more about the Bible. And if they were more comfortable with the Bible, they might feel more comfortable talking to people about their faith on a regular basis. I wager that you know more than you think you do, and that you'll find that by the end of the course that you're really familiar. But I also know that every time that I read through the scripture, I find something new that stands out, that's important and life-giving. So even if you've read through the New Testament seemingly a million times, my prayer for you is that you will find something that speaks to your heart in a new way and helps you become a better, more confident disciple of Christ. There are a couple of online resources that I think can be really helpful to you during this process. I hope that you've taken time to get to know the New River Circuit webpage. It's newrivercircuit.org. And on that page, you'll find a link to the Rekindle the Flame page that has all of the information that you need to stay connected. So let's take a look at that together. So welcome to the New River Circuit webpage. This has general information about our communities, about Bellspring and Morgan's Chapel, about what a circuit is, ways and times to worship, links to our Facebook pages, and small group information stuff. And then ways to reach me. And a mailing, this is an email link and both of our Facebook links. But if you come back up here to our Rekindle the Flame small group studies, you can click here, or you can click at the top of the page, back up here at Rekindle the Flame to get to this information. It's also available here, the Rekindle the Flame with dashes in between, after backslash. So here you'll find all of this information that we've just gone over about what we're setting out to do, and then our small group timings, and then our reading plan. Now, I think that this one's pretty important because I have already lost my paper that I gave out on Sunday morning. And what if you're just joining us online? So here's a way to find our reading plan guide. It has all of the information laid out in weekly chunks for each day's reading. So you can download that form here. You just click it and you see it popped up right here. Okay. And then you can print that off or save it into your files and have that available to you. Or you can check back every day and look and see which readings are on which days. The cool thing is you can even add this Google Calendar to one that you already have going, so it automatically populates into your life. So I hope that you'll find this to be a useful tool. Everything is here and ready to go in multiple ways. Ways to read. I have to tell you that one of my favorite things about having a smartphone or a tablet is that I can access the Bible anytime, any day. So I love Bible Gateway, but there are tons of other great online resources. Through Bible Gateway, you can look at different versions and you can type in any passage. We're beginning with Mark 1, so it will pull up and I can click through this as Mark 2 now. It's very easy to engage with. There's online apps. There's apps for your phone and your tablets. I recommend Bible Gateway 100%. And then if listening to the scripture is more your speed, then there will be a link to Google recordings of every book of the New Testament. So this one begins with Mark, and you just click the chapter that you're listening to, and it'll pop up and begin reading for you. And those will be available through the whole New Testament. The most important thing here, I believe, is the question form. This is a Google form, so you'll click it and it will pull up, it'll ask you your email, and then it'll ask you which book this is about, and then you can type in your question. And this form goes directly to my email. I will get an email every time somebody puts it in. If an email is not the best way to respond to you, definitely put your phone number in and I'll give you a call or send you a text. But you can put in any question that you have, and hopefully it will be a great way for us to connect and for me to be able to answer questions that you have regarding the readings that we're doing. I hope that this will be a useful resource to you as we go through this time. And if there's anything else that you need or another way that you need to connect, please let me know. I'm available to you and I want this to be as accessible as possible. I hope all of this has helped you to feel a bit more comfortable with joining this process. Remember, there are a couple of other items that I think will be helpful. Number one, you can not attend a week anytime that's what you need, right? The videos are loaded here and on YouTube. You'll be able to watch them anytime that's convenient with you, whether it be in class or outside of class. Or if you normally attend the Tuesday group and the Saturday one is better for you, jump into that Saturday group. They're going to have a different perspective and different conversations than each of the other groups. So know that everything is fluid and that everything is infused with grace. And then maybe the most important thing that I hope you hear is that if you fall behind in these readings, there is no stress. Just jump into the day that you're starting back with your reading. Don't try and catch up unless you really, really want to. Remember, grace abounds, and you'll continue to learn and continue to grow as a disciple of Christ during this time. So now we're on to the New Testament. So let's take a look at the biblical narrative and all that it has to offer for us.